Monday, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because the weather might be cold, you just grab yourself a nice Captain Morgan Gold. That's what you do. Go ahead and grab that Captain Morgan Gold, but whatever you do, remember, drink responsibly and enjoy responsibly. Do not drink and drive, especially during this time. And mambo itokotu shwari tena sana. But I'm not alone in the set today. There are many people who are joining us today. We're going to have very interesting, candid, bare-knuckle discussions that you are going to join as well. I know most of you guys will shout out hapa hivi, and I'll get to you today. Leo unaona niko na simu hapa, so nitawa shout out. Sawa? Sawa? Eh? All right. Shout out to you guys. But let me introduce people who are going to help me today. First of all, we have the lovely, the amazing Kush Tracy. What up?
Wagwan, how you doing? Hata nikiketi bado nimesimama.
Yeah. Okay, hapo kwa kusimama. Yes, hapo sawa. Karibu tena sana.
Thank you so much.
So we also have, and I hope we've had already a small fight about the pronunciation of this name. So please, Lord, let me get it right. No, Lord Jesus. Nosinzi. Did I get it right? Nosinzi?
No, you didn't. Nonsizi.
Nonsizi.
Yes.
So Nonsizi.
Yes, you got it right now.
Okay. Nonsizi is also joining us as well. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And also, Frasha.
What up? Niaje aje hapo wazee ya. Niambie mzae.
Frasha tumemsikia kweli?
Amnisiki.
Sema wabebe.
Wabebe.
There you go.
Kilo.
So Frasha is also joining us as well. Welcome. And all of you guys who are at home, like I said, you guys can also join us. And we are, going to take some of your comments as well. I already see some of you just quickly out of the top. Sa Elifas Mokua anasema ako locked all the way kutoka Kisii, Shoi Komoto. Isaac Kefa anasema, is there to number 10 today? Well, guess what? You're watching it right now. And finally, because of time, Kigan Kibet anasema, let us maintain the distance. And Engineer Rafael pia anasema, umoja wana kondani tena sana. Lucy Dr. Maish pia nakuona. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's get this show on the road. We're talking about we are living in coronial times, if you can call it that, because the coronavirus, imekuja COVID-19. And by the way, just to remind you guys, man, please keep safe, maintain your social distancing, maintain hygiene, and wash your hands and sanitize and everything, because it's a serious thing. But it has affected a lot the entertainment industry. I just want to get quickly the views of the amazing panel here. I will start with Kush. Kush.
Yes. What's up?
How do you think this virus, this novel virus, coronavirus, imetu affect yani kama wasanii in the industry?
Yeah, mbaya, because apparently this was like a season in wasanii wanakuanga na shows mingi sana, so it's so unfortunate that guys had to cancel their shows. And the other thing is because we as artists, most of us, we live hand to mouth. And if you're not getting that gig, if you're not getting paid, and maybe your shows have been cancelled, we don't know how long this is gonna take, whether it's gonna be like maybe for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months down the line, we don't know. And if you're an artist and it happens that you don't have any other means to survive, the only money you make or whatever revenue you get, it's from your music, definitely it's gonna hurt, and it's not gonna be easy. So please, the people who owe us money, you gotta give us some moolah, like chums, like that, ching ching. Pesa kwa wasanii.
Kwa sababu already kulikuwa na wale wa areas wale wanasema sasa si umeona kitu kimefanyika, pesa ikuji. Now since how do you think that it has affected the masses, the entertainment scene in general?
If you think about it, let's start even in the outside countries. We're looking at concerts like South by Southwest being cancelled, which was to happen, if I'm not wrong, in April, or March 13th. And they cancelled that. We're looking at concerts like Coachella, which is so huge, and we're looking at losses of billions of money because now it has been moved all the way to October. Let's bring it closer to Africa. We're looking at one of the biggest festival in West Africa called FEMUA, which actually was to attend, but we got a press release just the other day telling us, you know what, we can't continue with this thing. You guys can't travel and come here. So we have to postpone it indefinitely. If we are being told we are postponing it to when, it would be a good thing. We don't know up to when we're gonna deal with this situation. So And now let's now even bring it closer to Kenya. When I go through the timelines of the artists that we have, from I can't even name names. I'm just seeing postponed, cancelled, postponed, cancelled. I'm not gonna be able to be with you guys. So already we can sense the fear and the tension. And remember, even you can't even record as an artist because you're using a microphone. The situation around it is not because it's a respiratory disease. And remember, artists rely on their lungs and everything, which is respiratory for their livelihood and everything. So already we can feel the pinch as per now. So all just I've been doing is hoping and praying that this thing just goes, we find a vaccine and everything so that things go back to normal. Because remember, when the artist doesn't earn money, it is a stream. No, I'm a publicist, I won't make money. The manager won't make money. So basically all of us are gonna stay home broke and chill. Yeah.
All right, and no CZ, before I let you go, shout out from one Francis Gashuri, senior counsel. Anasema waambie wazito wa Scribes 254 tunangoja atuangushe kidogo tu hivi ama akose kutupatia shoutouts tumleftishe kwa group. Admin Roncliffe Audit is under instructions to deal with her. Na sio vitisho, ni warning.
The whole of Scribes is tuning in, the biggest journalist group in the 254. Shout out to all of you. I can't start naming names because we are so many, but thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. Let's continue.
All right. Frasha, entertainment scene may happen. And also, even as you answer that, how it has been affected. From, I think, Monday, Gaba imesema kwamba from 7:30 p.m. clubs wakwe wamezima taa. Is it too little, too late?
I think the family before, but people are not taking it seriously. Coronavirus is a health problem, but with it, imekuja na social problems. There is a lot of economic problems with it. So most of the guys are not very careful. No, ukiangalia the way the coronavirus has been in the world, we can either take the China way or take the Italy way. The Italy way was cause ya watu hawachukulii kitu serious. So venye vitu tunaadvisiwa kaa home nini do it. Hii club hizi mambo zote, as I said, if you are an artist, wacha kudepend on only one stream of revenue. As an artist, you have 5 streams. There is the first stream of revenue, which is shows. Indio tuna rely on sana, but there are other revenue streams. There is music downloads. There is royalties that are paid by CMOs. There are merchandises that you can be able to sell online. There are other means of making money through. So I think let us not focus a lot on how we are going to make money, but how can we stay safe first to Peter and A? Because these are not normal times. After tumepita hii step, then how do we move forward from it? How can we have the government help us to move through this period too? Ndio tuna complain tutaumia, but kila mtu ataumia kwa hii economy. But then in us as musicians, in people who deal with music, guys who sell downloads, people who are doing how can they give back to the musicians? So I think for me is first, let's stay safe. Let's look at ways how we can be helped through this period. After tumepita period, tutarudi tena mashows, tutarudi, but let's be careful on this period.
Yeah, I'm sure Kush wants to jump in there, but before that, umesema mambo ya kulipana CMOs, hot button topic. Sijui kama kuna wasanii wengi sana walitoa lines hapo, sijui nitoeni njugu kwa meza, hatulipu in peanuts. Kush, what do you think about that?
Okay, it's crazy, but you know, one thing I'm gonna say, like this epidemic, it's not something anyone had planned for. So at the end of the day, like probably if you were a fan and maybe you purchased a ticket, please don't start complaining saying you need a refund for your ticket. And apart from that, like, you know, probably after this whole thing like clears up, maybe we could have the event still going on. And also investors, msikanze kunyanyasa wasanii kidogo tulifanya down payment, you know, you have to return the money because this whole thing is cancelled. Don't do that. Just like keep calm. Wait until this thing is done, and you never know, like, to get back to normal, we can be able to, like, you know, get the gigs going, get the shows going. Na koko na pesa ya msanii, please, lipa msanii. If you have a balance, no meko kimpiga monkey, my guy, it's not fair. Okay. Can you just do something with your phone like this? Kwanza, there are no fees right now.
Ni muhimu umesema kupiga monkey.
Yes.
Mbaya.
Kuna ingine hapo. Angeharibu kidogo hapo atatisha.
Whoever. whoever owes Kush money, please send Kush money. Inaka kuna mtu
wangu, it's been years, man. This is the right time. Mushesika, the right time.
Kush amesema nyonga. Sielewa hapo.
But seriously, you guys pay the artist, man.
Kush, you've talked about investors telling artists to return the, what do you call it, the money and everything.
The deposit, yeah.
Yes. If you're signing a contract, there's something that is called, I'm from Central, so I'm going to put a disclaimer. Force majeure, if I pronounced it right. Yeah. This is a situation where a gig is cancelled because of a power that is above you. So this is not either the artist's fault, this is not the investors or the organizers' fault. This is the government that has said, you know what, there are no gigs. So artists know you're right here as well. Nobody should come and harass you and tell you, please, return money. No, this was beyond all of us. So we just need to remain calm and put until further notice, until because this is beyond us totally. It's beyond even. There's nothing we can do. So no one should harass you, telling you to return the money and everything, and then there you are. No, just know that there's, if you've signed a contract, that is, there's something called force majeure. I had wanted to emphasize on that. Yeah.
However, there's still some, speaking about clubs, right? There's still some clubs that are open, and it's like, I saw a tweet by one Oliver Madhenge. Alisema ni kama gava imesema hii weekend corona iko break. Alafu sasa tuanze sasa kufunga kutoka Monday sasa 7:30 sasa tuanze kuweka stringent measures because I'm sure, especially knowing Kenyans, if we know that Monday ndo closing day, leo kesho
party after party
na Sunday school itakuwa kunoma. So is it I mean, what should people do? Should you still go to the club ile akamba mbaya siku ya kufa?
Hapana. I think that's the problem I was saying, that I was talking about Willis.
Yeah.
If you look at Kenyans tuko so atuchukuli vitu serious. If Monday people going out, why can people stop going out today? Hii kitu yote tumeambiwa is self-responsibility, is self-discipline first of all. You have to, wewe mwenyewe uchukulie serious because ile time numbers zitaanza kushoot, you never know where you are if you never took care of yourself before. From the first day they announced there is a case in Kenya, tungekuwa na watu wame already self-discipline, wejieke home. But apart from this also, Willis, I think the government has taken steps to cushion other industries. And hapa kwa music industry imekuwa ngumu sana cushion it. So I think the government, my sole responsibility inaweza kuwa for, yani gava itushikilie. Ndio watu wanaumia, kila mtu ataumia, but watu wamelipa ushuru hii tangu lini. Turudishiwe hata kitu kidogo watu waanze kusurvive. Watu waanze yani juu hii time itakuwa noma. Turudisheni tu pia sisi pia mtilipe ka ushuru kidogo. Hao watu wanafanya pia wanauzaga downloads nini. It's time for you to give back. Lipa wasanii end month. Wacha kuweka pesa sijui 6 months ukae nayo. Every end month, kama ni CMOs, kama ni music downloads, please pay the artists their rights. Hiyo ni pesa iko. Alafu sasa gava iongezeka kitu kidogo pia. Yeah.
Ipeane key soft landing.
Sindio, cushion.
All right. The other thing that is happening, and I'll go back to Kush as well. Akiendelea kulia vita. I think Kush ametumia mtu text jaribu one. Nimesema mara mbili.
On live TV.
Sasa shout out. But the other thing that is happening is we've seen, you know, artists now also some, especially kutoka Manduli, Kambaland, weza wakantende Kinanzi Southland.
Tuko hapa.
Oh, muko hapo. Munatoa ngoma sasa kama coronavirus. You know, is that a right move looking at the sensitivity? What do you think, Kush?
Personally, I feel, you know, as an artist, every artist is like allowed to do whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever you feel like is going to take you to the next level. I'm going to get your attention. Because at the end of the day, attention is what gets you gigs and gigs get you paid and downloads and everything and you get to make the ching-ching, okay? So you're doing a song with, as in I'm like, are you telling us like, you know, we need to be very careful, like we need to be serious about, we need to take this serious.
So message in a matter.
Exactly. Message in a matter. But when you're doing this thing, like just for fun, just for clout, as in actually your clout equal at least na kitu inasaidia society, because this is a very serious thing happening right now, and we've seen like we should learn from the other countries what is happening in their countries. total lockdown. So can you imagine Kenya tukiwekwa kwa hiyo situation just because watu wameamwaniaje acha tupuze hii story, you know, it's never that serious. We don't know who has it. Sometimes it takes time depending on one's immune system. So you need to be very careful. Yeah, message ina matter sana. Wash your hands, sanitize 1 meter away.
So akitoa ngoma aseme wash your hands.
How do you say that? Some people will be able to understand what you're saying and relate to the message. But it's okay anza kuimba sijui as in kitu to it makes sense mtu wangu. Pia unashoma. Yeah
man, I'm so happy. I'm glad though that hakuna artists wengine wametoa ngoma. Sitaki kuwataja juu watanikujia.
Taja choma.
Ungesikia kagengeto nyingine niko na corona kuja nikupe. It could have been crazy. But Frasha, what do you think? And Nonsinzi?
I think kitu important at this, when you're creating music, it also depends with what is going wrong around you. So saizi whatever is going around in corona, but as I said, we are not serious. Sahi kitu ina trend Kenya ni ile coffin, ile msee akibeba coffin wakiimba kwa mtaa. Hiyo ndio kitu ina trend. Badala ya venye watu wanaweza saidika, how people can, you know, sanitize, washing your hands, no hugs. Those are the things that should be trending. But because Kenya tumekuwa tunachukuliaga vitu, we are not very serious when things become serious. Na mali tunaenda, I'm telling you, the next 2 weeks we need to be very, very careful. Because the numbers will rise na tutakuwa na shida hapa. So we need to take it serious. So the kind of music that we're doing inafaa kuwa around what is going on around us.
And I think there's a very significant spike in the gospel industry. Nimeona zimetoka mingi sana. But again, like Kush said, it's all about artist expression and the message. Now, Nonsizi, what do you think?
I look at it because music is a very powerful tool, yeah? If used very well, like Kush said and Frasha, if used very well, if we pass the right information, because think about it, yeah? I was having this conversation in a group called Network of Women in Media and PR, and I was telling them, we are dealing with people who don't go to the hospital, even for normal diseases. Now tell them to go to because sometimes sort of because of religion. But imagine if an artist who sings in vernacular and sings it right and says, you know what, guys, people are dying in Italy, people have died in China, let's sanitize, let's do this. Even if you're in Oshago and sanitizer has not figured there, use soap, use a lot of water, keep the distance. So if music is used in the right way, because I feel like music, even if you look back, Kina Marcus Garvey, there was music that was involved for change to happen. So if it is used right, and especially if you can reach the ethnic groups with the language they can understand, it would do very well. But I get annoyed when you're using it for entertainment. You just shake your two legs like this and you're not passing information. No. If you're gonna go into studio and write, get the facts, you know. No, even if you're gonna get someone to translate, okay, unafaa kuosha mkono and all those things, and make sure you pass it the right way in a comprehensive way. I feel like we will make strides because we are dealing with, let me tell you guys, I was having a conversation with people who are saying there is no corona. That is how bad this situation is. So we need to get all the tools that we can to be able to make sure that guys get information and literally do civil, whatever the government calls it. I'm forgetting the name.
Civic.
Yes, civic education in all manners of ways that we can, because if we don't do it, it's gonna be bad.
And I think that's something that, as much as the government has really been wameongea sana, and we you know, at least the communication has been forthcoming, I guess. But civic education, I think, is a place where bado I just shika sana. I just shika sana. Kush, would you do a song on
Corona?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, maybe, let me say maybe, but I think I'll definitely direct. I won't be malicious to, like, you know, just do something because I want to trend and all that, because sometimes it's not about you as an artist. It's the talent you're given to use, to change, to inspire, to, you know, like to get people to see things from maybe in a different way. So if I do a song dubbed Corona, it has to be something that tells people, you know what, this thing is real, this thing is serious, we need to do ABCD, you know, write facts, not just as in just guess to shenanigans na kuangusha tu mistari hapo tu for the sake of it. But I feel like if you're writing about this, it's a very serious matter. Just consider the content you are putting out. That's what I'd say.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Frasha, you had to add something about civic education.
Yes, I think, you know, as artists, creatives, you're at will to produce. Kama unataka kuimba kitu constructive, kama unataka kuimba kitu constructive, unataka kujibamba, it's up to you. But as I said, the time that we are trending on right now, it's a very weird time. So we need to focus on education, civic education. Tuambie watu venye wanaweza jikinga, cause mahali mtaani watu tusikiza. People listen to us. So if you start joking about coronavirus, the guy uko mtaani ataichukua kama pia ni joke. But if you're serious from the music that you're giving out, I think also we'll translate that to people getting serious with fighting coronavirus.
All right, well, we want to take a shot. Just it's crazy. I want to take a short musical interlude break. Hey,
interlude.
Let's take a short musical interlude. But before that, need to remind you guys, come and pour up on your band umetulia tu, yani things are easy and you're watching us. Yani it's a good time for you to grab a nice Captain Morgan, a nice cold Captain Morgan Gold. You see what I did there? A cold Captain Morgan Gold. That's what it is, man. Grab it. And also remember that there's a new captain in town, and enjoy responsibly, because excessive consumption of alcohol can be harmful to your health. Do not drink and drive. I want to shout out a few people leo, at least niko na simu hapa hivi. So is Fabio anasema ler baba, huyo ni mtu wa county. Kioko Kosgei anasema wabebe. Tobias Sidenge anasema hey Willis, ni Tobias Nikolok nikiwa number 8 kama Ibra wa Kibra. Alafu Sarah.Malika 986 anasema wabebe, I'm loving the show. And then who else from Meru? Toshi J Mo, Calvin Kleshi, those are guys on Instagram. Quickly on Twitter, hadi Kenya Power imejibu tweet ya mtu iko kwa hashtag. Mtu alicomplain hakuna stima. Whoever it is, sijui LW ni nani leo kwa Twitter, ukanasema, hello, we are working to have this resolved as soon as possible. Sorry for the inconvenience. Bimo 254 anasema show iko lit. Lexon Dela anasema we're keeping the distance huku Taita Taveta. And there's somebody saying, I am Cedric anasema inafamu dance. So sijui kama muta dance. Gashuri pia anasema lazima watu wa dance hapa. Sitawataja jina but itabidi wamekatika. And then somebody else, Kelvin Gashima, is complaining and saying he was booked as an MC in Embu and he wasn't able to. He says, oh dear me, it didn't happen. I'm praying to God to heal us of this pandemic. I'm tuned in out of Embu County. Apo sawa. And a big shout out to Blamwell Ndiema, who says this is the most irritating show on national TV. And a big shout out to you as I say, change the channel. Don't be stressed. Hakuna makasiriko. It's 2020, my brother. Haya. And right now we're going to go to DJ Tibbs. Do that thing. 1, 2, 3. Music for the place. Wabere!